Alright, welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. Hi y'all. So it's Sunday afternoon, like I mentioned yesterday, we got to work a night shift tonight, so getting ready for that. Not a whole lot of a bigger problem, just got to get through the process. So here we go. So I got a text from my brother a little while ago from Mississippi, and he was in Canton, Mississippi. I believe he said it was in the square, and they have a barber shop that he goes to. And they have a case with shaving stuff in it, and they had this big bottles of the phenol Clubman. It's not the bottle like this, it's actually the bigger bottle than this. And also in that same case, it looked like they may have had some Master's Bay rum, and then they had some Lucky Tiger pomade stuff. So it was really kind of neat to see that some of the places, the Master's Bay rum I actually used to use. There was a barber shop in Greenville, Mississippi called the Palace. It's where Fuzzy got his first haircut. And I used to go in there when I lived over there, and they sold some of the Master's stuff, the Bay Rum, and I can't remember what all else was there. It's been a few years. But that's really good stuff. Appreciate the picture there, Mara. And we'll have to check that out next time we're over that way. So after seeing that, I decided today could just be a Clubman day. So we got the Clubman aftershave. And we got the Clubman shave soap. Now the shave soap is not the scent as the aftershave. I am not sure why these people, and I say it every time I use it, I am not sure why these people did not make their shave soap their classic scent. But what they did was they did make it a classic scent. They made what they call their classic vanilla. That's the scent of the soap. But, I'm a rebel. I'm going to mix scents. I'm going to do the soap with one scent, and I'm going to finish it up with the other, with the Clubman. I'm also using a Semogue 1305 brush today. It's going to work really well with this, and it's really good. This is by no means a vintage type soap. This is a modern type soap, but it does do very well. So for a razor today, this is another one that I did the video that crashed the other day and you never got to see it. It's another Micro Matic, and this is the old brassy here, and I don't keep them. I let them tarnish and have the patina on them. I don't really clean them up except for sometimes. This particular one is the bumpless model. Now the last one I used had the bump, because they made the double-edged blades that were flat, didn't have a spine, so you had to bump. So the question comes up, do they shave different? The answer is no, they don't. Do you need to shim a blade in this one because it doesn't have the bumps? And the answer is no, you don't. Regular blade. You don't need to shim a blade in anything. Do we need to go into that again? I don't think so. So anyways, the classic little twist to open here. You put the blade in behind the stops, you flip the top down, and the top actually comes and then it slides forward some, and that's what locks it all down and holds everything in place nice and tight. Micro Matic is of course an open comb razor. The clog proof was the closed bar, and also the flying wing or the guiding eye, depending on which one you have. But if you just say Micro Matic, this is the Micro Matic. This is the original. It was the original twist to open. If I'm not mistaken, it was a twist to open before Gillette had twist to open. I keep seeing this little thing of hair. I don't really like the way it's slicked back up there. But anyway, we'll get it. New haircut. Got to grow out a little bit more. But anyway, so that's going to be the shave today. And this is I shaved yesterday. I shaved today. I can shave every day. I have no problems. My skin is not sensitive. Now, just a quick note about sensitive skin. A lot of times sensitive skin is busted technique. I'm not saying all the time, so don't start howling. But a lot of time, good equipment, razor, blade's a blade, a good sharp blade, a razor that you know how to use, and a soap that's decent, and you won't get irritation. Use witch hazel in your touch-up pads. That'll help with any irritation you do get. But anyway, that's just my thoughts on it. So the Micro Matics, back to that. Yeah, they were, twist to open before Gillette. Things are built like a tank. They're not hard to find. And the Micro Matics are actually what got me into full-on traditional wet shaving. I found one at an aunt of mine's house, a great aunt of mine actually, that had passed away. We were cleaning her house out. I had already been shaving before with two-sided thingies. Ever since I had started shaving, we had some two-sided thingies around the house. So I'd been messing with it off and on over the years. And I found this thing, and I didn't know what it was. Never had seen one, didn't know anything about it. So I did a quick Google, and I ran across a shave form that I'm not going to mention. I'm ashamed I ever was associated with it. But, you know, there you go. Sometimes when you're starting out, you just don't know. But I ran across a guy by the name of D. Irving, 79, who set me straight and set me on the path of single edge razor shaving, which is a great path to be on. And the rest, as they say, is history. He built the original Toast that I ended up taking over, and then I built the original Safety 2, which has recently been turned into an archive, and now we have the original Safety 3. Toast 3 we call it. That's TOST, the number 3.com. And it all came from finding a Micro Matic. It was a chrome, it wasn't one of these, but finding a Micro Matic in my great aunt's place. So we've got a treat blade in here, and everybody talks about, or a lot of people talked about, and probably when I was younger and hadn't really perfected my technique, I probably talked about how much of a beast the Micro Matic is. Now, truth of the matter is, you don't use anything properly, I guess it can cause issues. So once you learn it and get it, it is not a beast. Now the Micro Matics are very efficient. They'll shave anything you grow without any problems at all. Of course, that's true of most razors. Razor, blade, blade. But you can use it as an everyday shaver just fine. I've heard people say that they only use it when they skip several days shaving and they need something to tame it. Great. You know, it does good for that. But it also does just fine as an everyday razor. Just fine. I'm going to go ahead and clean up around the goatee. The Classic Vanilla scent by Pinal, by the way, is actually a very nice barbershop-y scent. There's absolutely nothing in the world wrong with that scent either. I'm just more of a fan of the traditional Clubman scent, which is also, as you might remember, the same scent as the Lustrace Coachman. So if you can't get Pinal Clubman, see if you can find Lustrace Coachman. And the Coachman, okay. So I'm kind of getting to be like the Fonz, I guess. I don't like seeing the hair messed up when I actually have it done something done. But anyway, the Lustrace Coachman is more of it's marketed as more of a high-end, I guess, more of a high-end barber product or something. I'm not exactly sure what it's targeted for, but it's the exact same stuff. It's just in a different bottle. It's got a different picture. It's made by Pinal, and when you compare them side to side, I can't find any difference in it. Maybe your nose is better than mine and you can't. So those are actually very good, very nice, classic stuff. All right. Come across here and get this old across the grain out of the way too. You can even come back up and go this direction. Micro Matic's more than happy to run any way you want to run it around the face. It's ready to go. It stays locked down good and tight. You don't have to worry about it. Be sure to check on these Micro Matics, the clog proof, flying wing, or the guiding eye, which I'll use one of those here for long and show you those again. Be sure that you check that the blade is behind the blade stops, because if the blade is up over the blade stop, the cap will still tighten down, and if you don't pay attention to it, it will bite. And when one of these things bites, when you use it wrong, it'll bite. And when it does, you're gonna feel it, trust me. You're gonna feel it. Alrighty. So I saw where one of my shave buddies, Chris, was shaving with an ABC razor the other day. Now, that's one of those two-sided unmentionable things, but it was a very nice shave. And it's good to see these folks that mostly use the modern products delve down into the depths of the early 1900 double-edge thingies, the two-sided thingies. Now, of course, all the ABC is the fancy old. But anyway, that's all the talk we're going to do. I will break out one of those. No, I don't have an ABC, but I have some others that are like the head is the same. I'll break one of those out here before long. We'll do that. But today is a toast shave, boys and girls. Yes, it is. Alrighty, so we get a little of the Dickinson's witch hazel here. Feel around and see if we have any spots that are a little rougher than usual, and we do. Don't know why, but we do. Right along both jaw lines right there. Now, luckily, jaw lines are pretty easy. If you have a jaw line that you haven't problem getting, you just pull the skin up, and you have a nice flat surface to shave, to clean it up. And that's all there is to it. It's a whole lot easier to shave a flat surface than it is to shave a curve. So stretch your skin, stretch your head up, pull your skin down if you need to. You know, nobody's watching you shave, well, unless you're doing a video. And, you know, grimace and blow your cheeks out and pull and poke and prod and get that skin stretched out good. That'll also help with irritation. Now, I've heard people say that they can't stretch their skin too tight because they get irritation. I don't know so much about that. You know, if that's your thing and that's how you feel about it, obviously, then that's your thing. But, you know, I think having the skin pulled nice and taut, then it's a matter of angle and pressure. So it's a technique thing once you get the skin straight. If you're still getting irritation, I think that would be more due to a technique problem than, I think I messed up. Let me knock a little bit off this sideburn over here. Yep, that's better. And that's just my personal feelings on it. So there we go. That's the shave for today. And we're going to go out and make another night at work. It'll be a typical Sunday night, and then in the morning, things will start picking up when everybody starts coming in for their Monday morning shifts. Oh boy, Clubman is nice. You talk about the quintessential barbershop scent. Paul Nord. Clubman, good stuff. And what I did with some of mine, I found this here glass bottle, and I went and put it in a glass bottle. So I've also got that. I thought that kind of looked neat. Got a little cork stopper in it and everything. I use that one some too every once in a while. But there we go. Wherever you are, whoever you are, whatever you're doing, happy shaves to you, and have a cup of coffee for Fuzzy. Later on, folks.